Hello, I'm coming to share the last testimony from my life, the last 1 year and maybe 6, 7 months. So where I left off was we were on our way from Sacramento to San Diego because we moved out of my house, out of my apartment. And so we packed up, and so now we're on our way to San Diego to live with my mom. And so we packed up, and when we packed up, everything in my house is still in Sacramento. It's in a storage. So we packed everything up that I'm taking to San Diego in my car. And all the rest is in storage. My bed, my couches, my tables, everything is in Sacramento. So I just came with some clothes. And so we took my car. My mom drove my car to San Diego. It was me and my mom and auntie went to San Diego. So when we got there, my mom's house was not. Hello, I'm back home. So I forgot to say that when we were moving from Sacramento to Sacramento to San Diego, my dad came by and he was sitting there with my mom, and just we were packing, and also he invited his church to help move the clothes to the storage. So he invited like 3 men to come to my house to help me pack the clothes to the storage, take this clothes and my furniture to the storage. So I want to say that too, because that was so important to me, and I thank God my dad helped me in that way. And so I just want to say thank you, Daddy, and thank you for the men that came to help me to take my clothes and my furniture to the storage. And also that's the same back to where Kim drove down from San Diego to Sacramento to help me to take clothes to San Diego. And my dad helped me to take the clothes to the storage. So thank you. And also, my dad is paying for my storage for like the whole year. She's paying for the whole year. And so I just thank my dad for just taking care of me. And yeah, so I just want to say that thing before I continue the story. So, and I want to go back. So also Kim Collar, that's my cousin, she came up to help me pack and move things from Sacramento to San Diego. So my car is a little car, and so I can't pack everything in my car. So I did want to take my TV. Did I take my TV? Yeah, I took my TV. I was like, did I take my TV? But yeah, I did take my TV. So she took my TV, the lard things. She took all the things that are hard. But basically, I took my clothes. So my cousin Kim came, and her daughter Ariana came to San Diego. She drove to Sacramento to San Diego to Sacramento. She packed her coat, helped me pack, helped me to load her truck, and then she drove back to San Diego. And she had some trouble because her car was breaking down or something like that. It's a new truck, but it was something's going on. So she was having trouble doing that. And I was like, I just thank God that my family is just, my friends and my family are just, I feel like they just came and just racked me up and just hugged me. So I just thank God for my family and my friends. Anyway, so yeah, so she's having trouble with that. And she got home safe, and we got home safe too. So anyways, just want to say that. Then also, so back to my mom, we got to my mom's new apartment. So we got there, it was at nighttime, and so also Auntie Kay and Uncle Joe and Jeremiah and Tracy, my cousin Tracy, and whoever else helped, I don't thank you, but they transfer my mom's clothes to the new apartment. So I thank you for doing that. I thank you for doing that, because she was, so after she found out of a stroke, then after we're ready to go to San Diego, we actually had to move her stuff to a different apartment, because she was on a 1-bedroom house in the senior apartments. So we had to transfer her clothes and her furniture and everything from the 1-bedroom apartment to the 2-bedroom apartment. And so, as I'm saying, Auntie Kay, Auntie Violet Kay, Grant Randolph, and Uncle Bishop Joseph Randolph, and I think White Mommy, which Wendy Porter, I think she came too, and Tracy and Jeremiah, they helped to transfer the clothes and the furniture from the 1-bedroom apartment to the 2-bedroom apartment. And so once we got to San Diego, when me, my auntie, and my mommy came to San Diego, we walked in there, and so that was already set up, and it was already an apartment, the 2-bedroom apartment. So I keep saying so. Help me, Lord. Oh, Jesus. So then, this is July. When did we move here? July 37th. That's when we moved here. When I came back to San Diego. July 27th. So we're coming up in a year that I've been in San Diego. Right, so we had to go to a lot of appointments, because I'm on dialysis, but I'm on a hemodialysis, because remember a couple episodes back, I said they put me on hemo because I couldn't do the dialysis on my catheter, because they don't do it when you're rehab. They don't do the everyday, do dialysis every day. You do it on hemo, so you have to go to the dialysis clinic to get your dialysis done. So it was done Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I went to Monday, Wednesday, Friday on my dialysis, and then the other days I was basically not going to appointments. I went to appointments like for my regular doctor, went to appointments for my, my eyes and all the things that I did outside of dialysis. So we were a lot of appointments, okay? We were appointments like at least 3 times a week, besides me going to dialysis Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So we were appointments a lot. And so we've been doing appointments for like July to, well, not July, because we got here July 27th. So basically August to the end of September. So the last day when I went to appointments was September 30th. That's when I got this removed, the hypo catheter that was in my right here part. It was removed, And so once I got removed, then I can use my catheter thing, the one that I hear, set to my belly. So then I can start my everyday doing dialysis every day. And so that came right when I wanted to go to Women in Red. So I was like, so when they said, well, because I want to go Women in Red since I came back to San Diego. I was like, oh, I want to go Women now because we're in San Diego, so I want to go Women in Red. And so then I was like trying to ask the people, I was like, when can I go back to dialysis every day? Because I'm trying to go to out of town, and I want to be able to do it every day, and I don't have to come back and, I can't move if I can't leave to out of town if I have to do it every other day. And so we got this done. So we got it done September 30th. I think it was September 30th. The end of September. That's when I got taken off, the Hebo catheter off. And so then we got to go to Women in Red because that was my first 3 weeks doing dialysis every day. Not first. I've had it for 5 years. I'm saying back to my regular day, every day. And so now I was able to do it every day. And so I went to Women in Red. It was hard going to do dialysis in a hotel. It was just hard. And because when I after I do when I do the light service is at least like 3 or 4 hours. And so when I go up to start my machine, and my machine was, the first time was 11 hours and 30 minutes. So basically I was there for like 12 hours doing dialysis. And so once time I'm done, 2 services over. The first 2 services are over. Like the prayer is over, and the first seminar is over. So that was hard. So I was like, Lord Jesus. So I basically got to see the light service and maybe a little bit of the mid service. Yeah. So that was interesting. But it was fun to see my old church. It was good to see my old friends, and just good to see old people that I used to know them and stuff like that. So it was good to see a nice reunion. So then that was good. That was over. And then when we came back to San Diego, then regular appointments, better appointments, right? And now I'm not going to the clinic because now I'm doing dialysis by myself every day. So that was good. And then so we did speech therapy and continue speech therapy and continue physical therapy at my mom's house. So that was good. It was good. And then after like I think 2 months, they discharged me because I'm technically can talk. I don't need any physical therapy, so just basically walk around, just do exercise myself. And so just keep reading and just doing my exercise for my speech. So they just discharged me, and then basically I'm at home. So I'm at home and I'm just going to church every day. Not every day. Going to church on Sundays, and I was going to Gate of Heaven because my mom's is the assistant pastor at that church. And so I would go to the church with my mom, come back. So that was my day. Go to appointments or go to church, and that was my day, And then I came in my car because it's hot, okay? And bugs, bees are flying around me, so I can't do all the bees and stuff like that. So help me, Lord. But anyways, I'm in the car. My air conditioner's on, so I feel comfortable. Anyway, so that's my regular week. So I go to church, I just take care of myself, you know. And so then my mom, her legs were really swollen, and it made her feet swollen, her legs were swollen, and she was gaining weight. And so she was in her heart, she had high blood pressure, and she was already on a CPAP machine, so it's like a mask that she wears at nighttime to help her so she can breathe at nighttime, because she would stop breathing, and so that's why you have this CPAP, so CPAP, to help her breathe. It's a mask that it rolls air in her mouth or something like that. And so she watched it at night so she can breathe. So she was going through a lot. She already has diabetes. She already has high blood pressure and all those things. That's the first thing. But after that, sorry, let me start again. She was already experiencing swollen feet already before, but now it was like every single day. It wasn't going away. It would just be swollen feet like the whole months. So we already had that before I had stroke and all that. We would talk on Marco Polo, and she would take pictures of her feet and stuff like that. I'm like, auntie, mommy, like you have to watch what you're eating. And she always eat salads and fruit. She always eat those, but she had to watch what she drinks. She drinks a lot of Coke, Diet Coke, Coke Zero, and all the sodas. And she does drink she drinks ice drinks too. She drinks a lot of diet drinks, but she drinks too much. She over drinks it like I did. I overdrink my whole life. I've overdrink because my dad overdrink. My mom wanted to drink, so I learned how to overdrink. Okay, all my friends know you be drinking a lot. I'm like, yeah, I do. And then so when they said I have dialysis, they said you have to watch how much you drink because it's liquor restriction. I was like, what? Liquor restriction? I like to drink. So that's separate thing. So my mom, she will drink a lot. She eats right. She eats her salad, eats her fruits and all things. That's good. But she overdrinks. So when she overdrinks and she's not walking, she's retired. So she retired. So when she retired in 2020, she just stay at home and watch TV and not exercise. And so we're not exercising, you're just filling your stuff with food and drinks. That's not healthy because you're not exercising off the food. You're just sitting there. And so I would tell her when I was living in Sacramento, Marco Polo was like, auntie, mommy, are you walking? I was like, you don't need to walk a lot. Just walk, around the campus at your apartment. Walk around in there and sit down. If you need to sit down and get up and start walking again. Just walk for 30 minutes, every 30 minutes, every day, 30 minutes. Walk a little bit to get your muscles moving. And so she started doing that. She started walking. She would text me. I'm walking. So it's good. And so now we're back to Sacramento, so it's back to where we're at right now. And so now her legs were swollen. Her feet were swollen, her legs were swollen, she was gaining weight, and so it was affecting her heart. And so then we went to the doctor, and the doctor said, I checked her, they checked her GFR. That's I think it's called GFR. It's like the how are your kidneys doing? It's like, how's the rate for kidneys is. So hers was like, it was low, but it wasn't too low that she needs to go on dialysis right now. But it's low enough. So like, I think she's on stage 3. I think she's stage 4. I think she's on stage 4. She's on 28. Her number was 28. I think that's stage 4 kidney disease. And so the doctor was saying, like, you need to watch how much you're drinking, because drinking too much, your kidneys not working. So if you're drinking too much, your kidneys can't get rid of the extra fluid, because you're not peeing as much as you would be peeing if you didn't have kidney disease. And so I was telling her, I was telling before the doctor said anything, I was like, Auntie, that's Auntie. You say Auntie because my mom died, so now everything is my auntie now. Anyway, so then my auntie, my mom, I would tell her that before. I was like, before the doctor told my mom that she needs to like stop drinking so much, I would tell her before, because I was like, she's drinking a lot and she's not walking. So I know the progression to that. Progression. You know what I'm trying to say. Anyways, I know what it goes. If you're drinking all this drink and you're not exercising, where's it gonna go? If you're not peeing it out, where's it gonna go? So I told her already, and so she said, so she was saying, I'm walking. So the doctor said that too. She was like, watch how much you're drinking. And so then when I came to San Diego, I was telling her the same thing. I was like, Mommy, you don't want to go on dialysis. I tell you, it's not exciting. Okay? You don't want to be on dialysis. Okay? It's not exciting. It's good because it's not good, but it's better that I'm on dialysis at home, because I can do my own. I can do what I want to do. But you go to a clinic, sit in that chair for 4 hours or 5 hours to 6 hours every other day, and that'd be my mom. If she didn't, she wouldn't be the one to do the dials on her stomach, like PD. It's called PD. Peritoneal dialysis. She wouldn't do that one because it's I think it has to be a certain sign. I don't know. She probably do the in person, because she probably won't be able to do all the things. You can nip the boxes and rick up the boxes, carry the boxes, rick the boxes, and set up the machine every day. I don't think she'd be able. If she would, then I'd be proud of her. But I'm saying, like, if she wouldn't, I don't think she would do that. She'd probably go to check the clinic. So anyway, so I would tell her, I said, you have to be careful how much you're drinking, and the doctor said the same thing. So we come back, and watching her, I'm like, Mommy, you have to make sure you watch it. So every time she drinks something, I was like, is that the last one? Or and it'd be good, because I need to do that too. So I need to watch what I'm drinking, and she needs to watch, so we're working together. So we're back at the house, and so I'm watching how she's drinking her food. How she's drinking, and I'm watching how I'm drinking and how I'm eating. Now she's cooking food, and watching her, and she's watching me, all things. So we're working together. And then after like a month, maybe like I'll give it 3 months, then she started drinking more a lot. I think after I like went to sleep, I don't know if she drank more things, because she be up watching Netflix or movies while I'm going to sleep. So I'm going to sleep, right? And she's up looking at movies and, you know, stuff like that. She'll be up to like, she'll go to bed like 4 a.m. She be up a long time. And so I think that maybe she's drinking while I'm going to sleep or something. I don't know what she's doing, but I'm not saying like, I'm like, don't drink that now. I'm not doing that, but I'm saying like, I'm like, mommy, be careful. Don't, like, I would say it like that, because I can't tell her not to drink because she's a grown woman. that's her body, and, you know, I can't tell her, I can't like take it away from her and she can't eat it. So, you know, I'm going to bed and, you know, she's up, so she's probably drinking something. I don't know. But her body, her body was telling me that she's drinking more, because she was losing weight. She was her feet were swelling, her legs were swelling, and her belly was really big. And so then we went to the emergency, because it was so big that she couldn't like bend them. She couldn't get dressed, and she couldn't wash up because she couldn't bend them. She couldn't get dressed right. And so she was driving, because I can't drive because I'm a stroke. So it was weird. She was driving, but she shouldn't drive either. None of us should have been driving. If I'm so honest, I shouldn't be driving. My mom shouldn't be driving. But she was driving. And so we went to emergency. No, we went to urgent care. And I go up there, and she's like, hi, I'm having my legs are really swollen. My whole legs, both my feet, so my legs are swollen. And so the person checked her blood pressure, and it was high. And they said, you need to take her to emergency right now. And so I went to emergency right now. I took her. I think I took her to emergency. I was driving, because I think I drove. I don't know. No, my mom drove. My mom drove. Because I was out, because I can drive. So I was like, I can do it. So I think my mom drove. She shouldn't have drove, but I think she drove. And we went to the emergency, and she got checked in there. And basically, she put I don't know what it's called, but it's like she lays down, and they put like it's a diaper on her, but if she pees, it collects the pee. It like it's like a straw that goes around her vagina, and it pulls out the pee. And so pulled out the pee, and so she can tell us. So they put it's called Lasix. Lasix. LASIZ. No, X. Not G, not Z. Okay. LASIX. Right? Lasix. She took that medicine, and it took like 30 minutes or maybe 45 minutes for her to start peeing a lot. When we left, she was there for like 2 or 3 days. When we left that house, left the hospital, or left the emergency, she lost 15 pounds of water. 15 pounds of water. Okay, water. Not water, it was like liquid, basically liquid, but pee, basically. I'm like, okay. So then when we left the hospital, we set up, the person set up for a nurse to come to her apartment to get that same laces in her IV. I think every day for at least 7 days she got laces to her system at the house. So when we come back to the house, basically she had to, a nurse would come with her, not with her, come to the apartment in the morning. She would get laces, Lasix, and she would pee. So while we're at the house, she lost like 25 pounds, another 25 pounds, then just peeing. And so after that, they stopped coming, and she was walking better. She still had like, so she was walking with a what do you call it? It isn't a cane. It's like the one that you can push it. You can push it. She was walking with that for like the whole last 6 months here. And so now she was walking better. Her feet wasn't really swollen. It was a little bit, but it wasn't like it was before. And so now now she's worried about her heart. And so basically, I forget what happened, but we did a what do you call it? Ultrasound on her heart or something like that. So that was before we did the laces. She did a ultrasound on her chest, and she can see you see there's a lot of fluid on her heart, and so that's why I did the laces to get the pee out, so she can pee. And so from that, I think we did another test or something, and went to the heart doctor. And the heart doctor said we need to do a test to detect your heart. And so after the test, it was they found that she has arteries. She needs the artery test to see. I forgot how it went, but arteries were not good for her or something like that. So they had to do an artery artery surgery or artery procedure to take the arteries in her leg and transfer to her heart to make her heart better. I think she had like something happened. I don't remember what happened, but I know, that she had something going on her heart. So anyway, so when she did that test, they figured out that the procedure wouldn't have worked. She needs the actual heart surgery. She's heart surgery, not procedure, not anything like that. She needs actual heart surgery. And so we went home, and then we came back to get the appointment that says when the surgery will be scheduled. And so we went through Thanksgiving, and then we came back to we knew the November 12th when we went to schedule to see when the surgery's going to be done. So we went to November 12th, and we found out it's going to be December 12th. Her surgery is going to be December 12th. That's the surgery. So we went through Thanksgiving, all that. It was good. It was like our last chance for Mom to be, it was a good, nice family time. And so December 12th comes, and she comes. We get ready, and we get dressed, and we're going to the surgery. And my auntie came to the house because she was helped her to get dressed. Cause you have to do a certain surgery. You have to do a shower before the day before the surgery is. So they help her. My auntie came to help my mom get dressed, and take a shower and get dressed, stuff like that. And so we left early. We left at like 3:30 or something from the house. And so went to Sharp La Jolla. No, not Sharp. Scripps La Jolla. With the Scripps La Jolla. And so went there, got checked in, and then she went to surgery. And so before that, it was hard. She was crying before she was crying when she signed the cut papers to, all those papers, and then she was crying before she actually went back there. She was crying, I gave her a hug. We sat there all the time, and we gave her a hug and all things like that. And she was really nervous. She was like, she was more than serious. She was scared. I think she was kind of scared. Cause it's her first surgery. Besides me being before she had me, that was the first surgery. She wasn't surgery in my. She needed surgery for me to be delivered, but it's her first time being technically a surgery, So she's scared. We're believing God, but also that's still scary. And your heart, it's not like a real it's not like, oh, we need to fix your bone or something like that. It's like at your heart. That's crazy. And so she was scared. And so me and my mom and my auntie were there. And so I remember when she left, she did this. When last thing I seen her, she went like this. That means I love you. And we always do that sometimes. I love you. And so I miss my mommy. Anyway, so that was the last thing I seen her do. And so then she went to the starting the surgery, and my cousin Tracy came and sat with me and my auntie, waiting for her. And then I think 4 or 5 hours later, she was inside ICU, and we could see her 45 minutes later. And so we went to go see my auntie. To go see my mom, and she was. It was crazy because she don't like needles at all. She don't like needles at all. She was so covered. And she was so basically high because all these fentanyl medicines that she was giving to her, and all Tylenol and all things. She was covered with all these what do you call it? High with all these pain relievers. One of those, I think fentanyl was the most one that I remember having fentanyl. And she had the not trachea, but the things going down her mouth, a long tube in her mouth, and she has cord all over her face, all in her body, Everything's covered. Basically, everything's covered. She looks like really, it doesn't make sense. It's crazy. And so, that was the first time I seen my mom like that, ever. She never been in a hospital, ever, except for last year. Yeah, she's been in the hospital, but like, it was the first time I seen that. I was like, I didn't know what to do. I couldn't stay in there too long, because I was like, I can't sit in there and look at her. I stay there. I have to go out a little bit. Sometimes I stay there and then I go out, and it's because I couldn't watch her. I couldn't watch her sometimes. So I was there. I would look at somebody else, or look at my phone, or sing songs. I would just look somewhere else, because I can't. It's hard for me to look at my mom like that. Anyway, so then she had through a lot in the ICU, a lot. She had good things happen, and she had bad things. A lot of things are bad, but a lot of things were good, right? So I won't say everything that happened, because it's too much. It's too much. Already this episode is so long already, so I'm not gonna say everything that happened. But she had to do a lot through the ICU. The surgery worked. The surgery worked. She got the what she needed to get done, but after, that's when it was bad. So she had to go on dialysis, because they didn't have any. The fluid was still not. When she wasn't peeing out the fluid, and so once you have a heart surgery, they want you to get up after like the first 2 days. They want you to get up to start walking. I think one day they want you to start walking, because if you don't walk, then we don't know if your surgery is working or whatever, and you need to make sure you can walk, right? And so she went to the next day. She was trying to stand, but she couldn't stand. And so the physical therapist said, you need to lay down and just get the fluid off of her body. So then she started doing dialysis. And so dialysis started going, and she was losing the weight. She was losing the weight. Her she was losing on the liquid. And so, and then also, her blood pressure was going down a lot. So it was inconsistent. So it was like up and it was high, low and high, all the things. So like, we're trying to keep it the same level of the blood pressure. And so that was going on. And then there was one time, and they're trying to get of her, they're trying to get rid of her fluid that's stuck in her system, because she can't cough, because when you have the I don't know what it's called, but the tube down your throat, you kind of lost your way to cough, and also because you just had heart surgery, so you can't cough. You can't cough. It's just all the stuff is stuck in your mouth, and so all the things that's everything's in her is not able to cough out. And so they did a straw that sucks off the thing, and she did I think they did it every 3 times every day. And you can't do that too much, because then that is something else. I don't know what it's called, but anyway, they do something else. So they can't do it every day, every time, but they do it 3 times a day. And so it got a lot of it. This first time I seen it was all black. Next time it was more like yellow, and last time it was pretty much is really light, really winning light white, not white, it was like foamy. It was like a little foamy. It wasn't like really white or really clear, but it was like a little foamy to it. So it was really clear, basically. And so it's good. It's good. It's good. Good. Then Saturday. Saturday is the last time I see my mom. Was it Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. Saturday was the last time I see my mom. And when I left, her fluid was basically clear. Basically not clear, but it was like foamy, like I said before. And I said, okay, when I said bye, auntie. Bye, mommy. And I was praying for her every day. Every time I pray for my mom every single day. Everybody's praying for my mom every single day, right? We sing songs with my mom. We play music for my mom. We pray the church my mom's get to heaven for my mom. I read her the scriptures for my mom. I always we basically encourage her in her mind, in her spirit, to just believe God and believe in God for you, and everything's good, and we're reading the word for her and everything like that, right? So I said, bye, mommy, and I love you, and I walk out. The next day, Sunday, I got sick. And I was like, okay, I'm in sick. I don't want to go to my mom's emergency because I don't want to get her sick. So I stayed home Sunday. And then my auntie went to surgery, my mom's, her room on Sunday. And, sorry. My auntie went to my mom's room on Sunday. She visited my mom. And I was at home just getting better. And so she comes back home, and my auntie comes back home. And then so the next day, the doctor called my auntie, and she said, they're trying to move her to the next, they switch her. So they keep her on one side, and they switch her like every 2 hours. They'll switch to the other side, so she can don't get like bruises or like rash on her one side. And so they try to move her twist her to the next side, and she stopped breathing. And so they did the boop 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 boop. I don't know what it's called. They did that. And she was do that for like 3 times, and she didn't wake up. So at that same time, they're calling the doctor's calling my auntie, and basically I heard my auntie like saying, I don't know what she said, but she said something like I think she was hurt, but I don't know what she said. I don't know what she said. She said, "Oh no," or something like that. She said something like that. And I was disconnecting to myself. I was disconnecting from my machine, and I heard that, and I didn't even disconnect. I just got to opened my door, and I said, "What's happening? What's happening?" And then my auntie said she didn't make it, or something like that. She said something like that, and I just started screaming. Okay, I was like screaming. Oh, Jesus. And so then she said, we're still working on right now. We'll try one more time. We're trying one more time. And so I just started disconnecting right now. And I was like, I didn't get dressed. I just got dressed and put my clothes on. We're going to know there right now. And so went there we went to the scripts right now. We live in La Mesa, and now we're going to La Jolla. And I was just like, please, God, please let her be alive, God. Please, God. Please, God. Please, God. Please let her be alive, God. Please let her be alive, God. We got there. My cousin was there. Both 2 cousins were there. And Anik and Wendy Porter. That was my best friend's sister and her mom. They were there, and Ari and Nate were there. I think it was Ari there. No, Ari and Nate were there yet, but Tracy was there, and Anik and Rindy Porter was there. So they're in the by the elevator, and when I got there, they were sitting on the elevator. So I'm like, okay, so she's not in my mom's room, so she's out there. So I feel like she died. When I got into my mom's room, she didn't have nothing. She had all these tubes. When I left, she had all these tubes and everything like that, all covered. All her face is covered. Everything is covered. Everything is covered. When I got there, she had nothing because she already died. So I was like, oh Lord Jesus. Jesus, I couldn't believe that she died. I just couldn't believe it. And so I started crying. My auntie started crying, and then that was pretty much it. And then I called Kim. I called all my people, all my dad. I called my pastors. I called everybody. And Kim came. She was at LA. She came right down with Ari and Nate and see, what happened. I called elect lady Violet K, called them, Auntie K, and I called, she came down too, and she called Bishop Joseph Randolph to call them. That was his very last, it was a sad day that day. That was December 30th, 2024. So, that was a sad day. That was a very sad day. And so, we stayed there for like 2 or 3 hours. And then so we left because we don't want her, doing something. A person that's dead, they can do things like they can wake up and they're not really up, but they're like really like they move their arms, and when they're dead, they do things that are, not normal. But yeah, so we left before it happened. So we left, and so we went to Panera, and Auntie K came to help me to. I went to Panera Bread because I didn't eat nothing. I just came and went to the hospital, so I didn't eat anything. So Auntie Brenda and Auntie K took me to Panera, and so I ate something. And then after that, we went to my mom's house. And I didn't know what to do. So then we went to, I was saying I didn't know what to do because I didn't know what to do after that. Like, my mom died, so what do I do now? It was hard for me to what's my future like? I know that day I was just like, so part of my heart was like, I'm doing this dialysis for you, for my mom. Because I want to give my mom, see my life flourish. I want her to see me get married. I want her to see me have kids. She didn't have the life that she wanted. So I want to give her the life I want to be flourishing in my life so she can feel the love that she didn't really got. She didn't get. And so I was like, so why am I doing all this? Why am I doing all this? Why am I still alive? You know, in my head, in my head, I'm thinking that way. In my heart too, I'm like, what's happening? I should not do dialysis tonight because, okay, I have nothing to I have nothing to like live for. Okay, that's my heart and my mind was like that. I was like that for at least. I did my dialysis every day. Every day I did my dialysis, but I was like that for like at least 2 months. January and February, I was like that. I was just like, my mind and my heart were just like so broken. I was so depressed. I was just like, what is happening? What is happening? And I was thinking like, God, you gave me a miracle. You saved me from getting a stroke. Like, you saved me. And I pray for my mom to be healed. And basically, you took her. So I was like, you got to help me, God. You got to help me because I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going from me. I don't know what's going to happen to me. And now I have a stroke, so I don't have my house. I don't have a job. And my mom is gone. So basically, I came to San Diego without my foundation that I built in Sacramento. I don't have any foundation to start a new life. So I was like, what is happening? What is happening? And he took my mom. Okay. And so that's how I felt like for the last first January and February. And so now this episode is over. I'm going to do another one soon to tell you guys what my takeaways from this whole experience, my testimony from all the testimony, takeaways from this whole experience. Sorry, let me rephrase what I'm saying. Rephrase what I'm saying. Takeaways from my experience and testimonies from my experience and what God told me. I just want to know that God is good. It don't matter what happened. God is good. Okay? God is good. God is a miracle worker. God, He's He regulates. Regulate your mind. He's a heart mender. He's a keeper. He's a keeper. So He is all those things. So I'm going to tell you, my next episode, I'm going to tell you what happened, the takeaways that I took from this whole experience. So, anyway, I'm going to thank you guys for listening in, tuning in. Please subscribe. Please share and comment and like the post. And you can follow me at YouTube is Bearing Blessings. and that's my handle for that. And I think I'm gonna start posting on Spotify. See if I can do that on Spotify to see if I can get those on Spotify. So you know what I'm talking about. And so yeah, so you can subscribe. It's called Bearing Blessings. Is BEARING Blessings. Subscribe, comment, and share. All right, thank you guys.